Google piece of shit. Google thinks it could tell me what to do. And you know what? I'm sick and tired of things and people telling me what to do. It almost feels like the day of did I actually spell it correctly? Like the day of retribution is actually coming. All right, that's what it's starting to feel like.
It's actually coming.
There you go.
All right, that's
That's
what.
how it looks like on desktop. That sounds like shit, and that looks like shit. But you know what? I thought, hey, might as well do a little bit of a live. I'm upset. All right, I'm contemplating taking it out on a small village. I'm contemplating waiting till school start, and then that way taking it out on a innocent group of elementary school aged kids. But apart from that, let me see if this works. No, that's terrible. That's pretty cancerous. I don't like that. That looks like shit. I need to maybe get a better lens, right? Look at how massive this makes my forehead look. He's contemplating changing lives forever and ending genetic lineages. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually contemplating eugenics, okay? I'm contemplating eugenics. Oh boy. Um, blaming the forehead on the lens. Well, it looks more massive. It looks more massive on that particular lens. It's already massive as it is. Just look at that. They say eating pussy adds inches to your forehead, so that's why my forehead's massive. I've been told that. I don't know if that's a medical fact, but it seems like I'm gonna take it as true. I also don't like the fact that the hair can't cover it. Usually, you could get a little bit of a hair coverage on the actual this, but I can't. The hair doesn't cover it, unfortunately. Nobody says that, says Brian. Well, you're not hanging around the same circles that I am. All right, you're not hanging around the biker bars and the nursing homes. Okay, you're not hanging around enough nursing homes. Uh, it's the pens that make your forehead big. What's that? What the pens that make your forehead big? RB, I've never heard you say anything that sounds blacker than that. I've never heard you, talking Ebonics, and that's the closest. That's a Florida forehead. I'm really getting sick and tired of Florida man memes. I'm really getting sick and tired of Florida man memes because it's not factually accurate in terms of Florida. It's more factually accurate in terms of northern Florida. But you know what? South Florida. South Florida, we play by different rules here. Okay, we play by different rules. So if you're trying to equate us to northern Florida, then you're fucking mistaken, all right, buddy? Any tips to grow on YouTube? Yeah, I think be consistent maybe, but I wouldn't know because I haven't grown on YouTube. So I'd be the worst person to give any advice when it comes to growing on YouTube. My growth on YouTube is like how could I compare it to? It's the equivalent of like a grandmother fucking. Like that's the equivalent of my growth on YouTube. I remember I did that 50K video, and the 50K video was in December. It's August, and I think I've only gotten maybe like 2,000 new subs, maybe, I guess. But then again, people are turned off by the content, so that's kind of expected. These nuts. Um, let's see, what's this? By the way, those sponge balls, those sponge balls, those sponge ball comment I'm leaving in your video, a meme. I only do mentalism. Okay, I guess you've been leaving SpongeBob videos or memes. I haven't noticed. I haven't noticed. Maybe it's because I blocked the word SpongeBalls. I blocked the word SpongeBalls. Really? Really? Is this what's happening? Do I actually get text messages? Here, let me do this. Let me actually put on Do Not Disturb mode because there's nothing that annoys me more than receiving 20,000 notifications. It's quite obnoxious. Um, I hang around the nursing homes. Those gilfs give the perfect gum jobs. Yeah, that's the benefit of old people when it comes to the oral sex. They don't have teeth, so they can't bite. I don't know if you ever had a biter, but they're quite terrible. I've heard your country has put a travel advisory on New Zealand as they do not have 23 coronavirus, but they're all returning citizens in quarantine. But yeah, okay. I mean, anything that involves that particular part of the world, I tend to avoid, apart from the women, because New Zealanders and also what do you call this? Australian women tend to be attractive. So if there's a travel ban. I mean, the entirety of the country could explode tomorrow, and us in America here, we'd be like, oh shit, man, that sucks. Yo, do you know anybody from there? Yeah, like a couple people. Damn, bro. That'd be the equivalent of what would happen here. It's like imagine when 9/11 happened, how you guys felt. That's the same way we feel about anything that takes place in that Oceania area of the planet, right? I don't know if that makes sense. You got to figure out the current system promotion and roll with it to grow on YouTube. I don't care. I don't care about the about growth on YouTube. I want to harvest what I have. That's what I want to do. I want to harvest what I have and enjoy that. I might go and buy some ads just as a meme and buy some ads like I used to and put myself on like Ramsey's channel and Pandrea's channel and do all that. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can be fucked. So we're expected to just look at your raggedy ass hair for the entire stream. What do you want me to do with it, man? What do you want me to do with it? It's quite substantial. I've let it grow. I've let it pretty much look as much as a person on the FBI's most wanted list as possible. And unfortunately, this is what it's been relegated to. I've tried to tame it. I've tried to, but unfortunately, it just stays in this condition. I have a hair like the hair blower. That also doesn't help. That also does not help. So unfortunately, this is what you're going to be stuck looking at, assuming you want to watch the rest of this. Have I been to India? No, no, I'm still alive. That tells you that I haven't been to India. Germany doing protests for masks too, so you were not alone. I was living closer to NY than you at the time of 9/11, so hard to say. Damn, damn, man. That's actually, well, then, that's a terrible example. What other life-changing event has happened since then that would have been ignored by the other part of the country? I don't know. I don't know, or the other part of the planet. Florida man loses his wallet due to tainted drinking water. Well, here's the problem. Here's the issue that I've had today. And right now, Daniel came over, right? We had a couple beers, we had a cigar, and then he's like, hey, man, I want to go to Mickey D's. So we go to Mickey D's, and I'm looking for my wallet because that's what you do, right? You look for your wallet. And unfortunately, I couldn't find it. So I had to backtrack because the last time I used it was 2 days ago. 2 days ago. And when I bought a little bit of a barbecue. So unfortunately, the wallet is gone. It's gone. So I'm gonna have to go through all the effort of whatever it is to redo the credit card and then have to reorder an ID, and that's gonna be a process because I've turned this place upside down and I haven't found it. So I'm quite upset at that. That's a terrible experience. I know it's nothing compared to Auschwitz, but it's my Auschwitz. Losing a wallet, it's terrible. And then here's the worst part. I can't even get a temporary card because I need an ID to get a temporary card. So it's a circle of shit. And then I'm sure I need a social if I don't have an ID. So there's a clusterfuck. There's a lot of things that I'm not happy about, and that's one of them. So I'm just glad I found it out now. It might be your hair, really? It might be in my hair. You think so? Is there space in that increasingly thinning hair? What I see? What's this one? We ignore your school shootings, but I feel you guys do that too. RB deserves to be a mod for that last comment. That's quite tremendous. Yeah, that's a great one. The I like the general perception of the United States, anybody else in the world, is that we're on the way to like school, we're dodging bullets. You know, we're all dodging bullets on the way to school. And also in school, we're trying to learn, but we're just there like, oh shit, all right, wait, hold up, hold up. I can't pay attention to Mrs. Rodriguez because I'm dodging AR-15 rounds being aimed at specifically me because I'm the only ethnic kid in class. That's not the way schooling is here, man. That's not the way schooling is here. All right. You're not dodging. You're not having to go to class with a bulletproof vest. Although here's the thing, I watched an episode of Bullshit from 2004, and Penn and Teller Bullshit. They had this wonderful show, and they were talking about this random police raid in a school, and the cops had their gun drawn at a student and aimed it at the kid's face when they were doing a random search of drugs here, which is quite substantial. That was 2004. So, we've always it's funny. I was having this conversation with Daniel today. I can't say most of it because I'd probably get banned on YouTube. But on how we're in a circle, everything's repeating itself. So, even watching like Seinfeld, which is a show from 1990, what, one to fucking 1998. They were echoing some of the problems that we have now, and then even watching other shows from the 80s and even seeing, old vintage news stuff from the 80s. It's all echoing same things that we're having now. So we're all going just through a circle. This is all a circle. We're never in any unique time period in life. We're always going through a circle. Hey brothers, your favorite hillbilly or Appalachian American to be PC? Hillbilly. No, hillbilly's fine. Hillbilly is fine. Whites, I don't think that they could say anything that's like your N word, right? So hillbilly is still good. I don't know what the midget one. I'm still trying to figure out if they're called shorts or midgets. I don't know how to call midgets now, unfortunately. But again, that was an episode on Seinfeld. They like to be called little people. So even from back then, there was an issue when it came to ways you call things. Um, Let me see. Yeah, we don't dodge bullets. We only have active shooter drills. That's funny. Well, I remember back in the day when I was in education, we didn't have active shooter drills. We had situation drills. So we had, oh, in case there's a weather emergency, what do? You hide under the seat, you turn off the lights, you fucking hide underneath your desk and don't make noise, which is the most dumb thing because here's the thing, right? Let's assume that you're doing a training for a school shooting situation, assuming that the student is in the class during the drill for the school shooting situation. He sees what the school does during a school shooting situation, and therefore, when he comes to the school and does the school shooting, he's going to be better prepared to shoot up the school because he knows what the school is going to do in case of a school shooting. You understand that? Does that make sense? So it's the dumbest logic. Oh, we're just going to hide in the wall. Perfect. Now I know where to shoot, you know? So I found that sort of logic retarded to train. If anything, you got to do it like again, Penn and Teller bullshit. They had an episode on this where it's herd immunity. Everyone jumps in a shooter. So if there's a shooter, just everyone jump on him. Let's see, yo, what do you think of the magic mushroom legalization in some states there in the U.S.? I don't know. I didn't hear about that in particular. Let me look at that. I guess I could look this up. One thing that I was told by Daniel today is that the show on Wednesday might be a single show. He might not be able to do it, so I want to see if I could figure out a way to do it from here and still have the whole lack of production value. So I'm gonna find myself searching. This is really what my hair looks like here. Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna have to find myself searching shit up. Make sure you can't see shit on my glasses. Let's see, magic mushroom. Let's see, magic mushroom legalization. Let's check this out. It's from 2019. This is on April 22nd of this year. Well, this is from July, and there seems to be a petition or some sort of attempt to legalize shrooms, right? Let's see, what's this? Mushrooms. I always the Russian genius is the first person I think of when I hear of mushrooms because they're like Biggie. I know you don't do drugs, but you need to try mushrooms. I went to a forest here and I ate a mushroom and I feel great. I'm like, all right, dude, let me do that. I want to do that. I wouldn't do that, but I just found that funny. Experience that changes people. I don't know whether there's no accurate news on this. It's the Hill and some opinionated bullshit, but there's a movement to legalize. There's no actual news here, which is what I love when trying to search shit up. Is there enough time to get a cardboard cutout of Daniel? Well, if I would have to order it, I would need a credit card, of which I don't have because I lost my wallet. I fucking want to kill somebody. I wear the tag of hillbilly as a badge of honor. Hillbilly Houdini in Gallingsburg, Tennessee. Jesus, that sounds like a not even a city. It sounds like a village. Gallenberg, Tennessee. How far are you? Are there McDonald's there? That's how I determine if there's normalcy. I remember when I went to New Orleans, and there was a period of time where it's just one two-way road and no civilization. We were going through a plantation, which is quite interesting. Xavier, what's up, dog? What's up, X? What's up, G? I can't call you G though, unfortunately. What's up? I lost my wallet, man. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I lost my wallet, which is gonna be a whole issue. And it's Sunday, of course. It's gonna be Sunday in an hour, which is fantastic. So it's not like I can go to the bank and sort that out. So I'm kind of upset. Rolls in here with my pirate ship. Yeah, I put a little video on magic piracy, of which three people saw. But I find that interesting, man. I always see these forums. How did you lose your wallet? Chasing whales. Well, buying a barbecue is apparently when I lost it 2 days ago. And I just realized that I didn't have my wallet. I think, here's the thing, I think I threw it away. I think I threw it away because there hasn't been any activity on it. So if somebody, here's the thing, if you lose your wallet here, it's guaranteed that somebody's going to use it. Somebody's going to try to buy something. So nobody's used it, which tells me that I've lost it in some way. Either I've thrown it away. So I've had it that I've left my credit card in the counter of a motorcycle shop, and I came back, I grabbed it, I put it in my wallet, and the next day somebody used that number to buy something. That's happened to me before. So people would use it if they know it. Unfortunately, nobody's used it, so I can't know for sure where it went. So unfortunately, right now I'm in wallet limbo. I host a psychedelic Facebook group with 20,000 members. I'm a fierce supporter in psychedelics. You're like Daniel. You're like Daniel when it comes to marijuana. He was or still is a ardent supporter of pot, and I didn't know that he actually went to rallies and shit to, legalize, or no, what would it be? It's legalize marijuana because you're high, so you mix up the first letters. That's the joke. Can you tap and go with your phone? Yeah, but not in most places. And then I want to get to the point where I go to the front of the line and I'm holding like a bunch of shit. And then I go, do you guys accept tap? Can I tap this? And then they go, no, our machine's broken. So I don't want that. I just realized how legendary the title of the stream is. Yeah, grown man. Yeah, I'm quite good when it comes to I'm quite epic when it comes to my titles. Uh, just buy a GPS tile and stick it in your wallet. You could always trace the location. Here's the worst part about that. I have a GPS tile and I gave it to Daniel as a birthday present because he's always losing his fucking wallet. So I gave it to him. He said, "No, man, I put it in my gun, of which is always in his house, which is essentially a waste of a gift." So I could have had one because I could just take it from him because he's not using it. So unfortunately, I um I lost that option. I lost that option by being a good friend. Just get a hypnotist to help you remember where it's at. Yeah, that doesn't work. Let me tell you, my mom does that. My mom does past life regression when it comes to hypnosis, and it's always funny to hear her telling somebody, "Yeah, you were like a king or queen back then. You know, I see you with royalty," which is quite funny because the population of royalty was this much, and the population of plebeians was this much. So it's like likely if you were in a past life, you'd be in this bank. You wouldn't be in this bank. So that's so cute. Irony, says Xavier. I do have a lot of mods here now that I've realized. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I don't know how many people have had how many why I've been so liberal when it comes to my moddage. Gallensburg and Pigeon Forge are all in Saverville, Dolly Parton's hometown. Okay. She's still alive? Yeah, I think she is. She has like a book club, if I remember correctly. Why do I have a feeling Daniel won't shut up about appearing in Piggy's video on the next ham radio? Well, I don't think Danny's gonna be in the next ham radio. He actually is busy with work or whatever. So it might be a solo show. We'll see how I want to do that. I want to bring the microphone and do it here, but it might be a little bit of a shit fest with this internet. Let's see. Well, there's only one mod who abuses his powers. That's true. That's a good thing. I mean, it's actually well, I mean, I don't know what your powers are, just banning. You know, your powers are banning people. So that really doesn't really lead a lot. It's like fake power. You know, you're given this authority, but it's not real authority. Hey people, leave the sad man. Well, yeah, that's the worst part about the wallet. That's the worst part. I can't find the wallet ever again. I went to all the stores here where they sold that wallet, thinking that I could just get another one like a backup in case I ever lost it, and they don't sell that object anymore. They don't sell that piggy wallet, unfortunately. Like an asshole. I didn't think, I was thinking when I bought it, I'm like, maybe I should buy four of these since they're so cheap. And I said, no, no, I'm not gonna lose my wallet. Did you check your other pair of pants? I've checked all the pants. I've checked every pair of pants. I've checked every nook, cranny, every hole, every car outside that I was in. I checked that, the side. I left it. There's no, it's not here. Okay, it's not here. Did you check Daniel's pants? No, I did not check Daniel's pants. If he has my wallet, then he's probably gonna end up being part of the day of retribution. If anybody else has my wallet, they're gonna end up being part of the day of retribution. So I'm just waiting till I'm waiting till Monday. I'm gonna give it another day. All right, I'm gonna go to the store where I possibly lost it, even though I called them. They said they didn't have it. I'm gonna go back. All right, because I don't trust those. I don't trust those ends. You know what I'm saying? See, hey man, the piracy video was finally a decent video from you. Hey man, thank you for that, dude. Thank you. I'm glad that you finally had a decent video that you enjoyed. Look, there's Daniel. Daniel said he called. Yeah, technically you called as me, which is quite funny. Should I put Hackers on timeout? No, no, he's accurate. He's right. Um, so yeah, you did call as me, and unfortunately didn't have it. I'm still gonna go tomorrow, maybe. And the worst part is I want to buy a bunch of stuff. I want to buy a conditioner for this. I was gonna go tomorrow and buy a bunch of little oddities, but unfortunately, I can't do that. I cannot do that. Glad to see you though. Love your videos. Don't worry, man. You're not gonna be part of the Day of Retribution. You're not gonna be part of the Day of Retribution for that nice comment. So I appreciate that. Yeah, she's alive. She actually has a new song, which was filmed right by my house. I like, you know what it is? Those houses, I always like the way they look, but they're not practical. You guys have basements and shit. Like here, it's concrete. If you shoot me from over here, it's not gonna get through because this is a fucking thick layer of concrete through the wall. So there's no way. This is pretty much the codes down here for hurricanes are legitimately autistic. So I prefer this concrete like dungeon to the aesthetically pleasing houses that you guys got over there. Let's see, Daniel wouldn't have asked. Let's see. Hey, Pigcake, love your channel. Keep up the good work. Mentalist view soon, maybe. I guess. I have a lot of mentalism videos, man. You gotta check it out. I have like 700. I don't know how many videos I have public on the channel, but it's upwards of 700. So there's always gonna be piggy content. I'm sure you haven't looked at the archives of piggy content. Hey Piggy, how can I push me into practicing moves as a beginner? I always end up studying tricks instead. I know, but I can't pull anything off. How can you push me into practicing as a beginner? Well, if you have to force yourself to practice, then it really isn't for you, right? Magic isn't really for you if you have to force yourself. Practicing should just be something you do naturally and out of, I want to say affection. So if you're forcing yourself to practice, that's not a good sign if for longevity when it comes to magic. Just do stuff that you find fun. I mean, if you find cardistry, unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say it, if you find cardistry fun to practice, practice cardistry. If you find doing like gambling related stuff fun, practice what you like. I remember in school I hated studying, so I had to force myself by studying stuff that I liked and stuff that I didn't like. I just fail. I'm like, fuck it, whatever. So I'd force myself and I'd only study things that I liked, which is a very backwards way of studying. But if you're gonna force yourself, just do only things that you like. But even then, it's not a good sign, man. That's definitely not a good sign. Says the pirate video was a good one. More people should watch it, says RB. Well, it's pros and cons. I mean, there's a lot of cons to it. There's a lot of pros to it. I just realized recently on Piggy's video, if it's a tutorial, OP is vaporwave. If it's a rant video, it's anime. You're good. You're good. I'm glad you've noticed that a distinction. I also have different intros. So there's one that doesn't have any magic related, and there's another one that has magic related. So I'm glad you had the autism to notice that. Could you describe the Day of Retribution? No, unfortunately, for fear of litigation, I cannot mention anything about the Day of Retribution. I can't say anything out loud about the Day of Retribution, but just know, that there's a lot of this. There's a lot of, I really can't say anything out loud because YouTube's hive mind is able to pick up pretty much everything. But just know things are going to happen and lives are going to change. You know, a lot of lives are going to change here. So, um, hopefully YouTube's hive mind didn't get that too. Thoughts on Pew Pew? Is that something that Illusionist is putting out? I don't know what Pew Pew is. Pew Pew actually sounds like if I were to think of a company that would come up with a product called Pew Pew, it would probably be, let's see, you know what? It would probably be, let me try to go back here in the Magic Company lore. It would probably be what's that website? thethinkery.com. I don't know if you remember that one. They had this kind of fat dude that would come up with these downloads on that website from like back in the day, and it was the worst thing I've ever seen back in the day. Let's see if anybody knows the thinkery.com. I don't know if they're around anymore, but the downloads back in the middle 2000s from that website were fucking hysterical. It's like, oh, here's a trick you could. The guy just he's like a fat dude that's like rambling on all his videos, but he made it seem like, he's getting pussy. But you see his gut, and then he's like doing a trick for a girl, and she's obviously not interested. I remember that. That was quite the magic company. So that sounds like a trick that would be part of the thinkery.com back in 2008. I skipped your intro, so I didn't know there was a difference. Thank you, RB. Thank you. I mean, I remember doing that intro. That was on the flight to Magi Fest because I hate flying. And as an Arab man, I'm terrified of flying because what if they think that I'm, part of the crew, right? What if a group of like Durka Durka stands up in the airplane and they're like, everybody stand down, this is a hijacking. And they're like, Mustafa, come and help. And I'm like, oh shit, all right. And I'm part of the crew, but I'm really not part of the crew. That's my fear, dude. So I have to engage myself by editing or doing something. Let me go up here. I heard Piggy loves SpongeBob, so do those. Wow. That's so funny and so ironic because I know you know I don't like SpongeBob's, but you said I like SpongeBob's in your comment. Ah, fuck. Hey Piggy, did you ever get the Hulkamania strength to rip that fedora apart? Well, here's the thing. Uh, Hulk Hogan's cheating, man. If you look at the back of Hulk Hogan's shirt, it's ripped, right? So the only hard part about ripping a shirt is going through the collar, and that part is already pre-scored. So when I'm not saying he can't rip a shirt because he has 24-inch pythons, but if he rips through he's cheating. He's giving himself the advantage of that. So I'm willing to bet that that's a parlor trick. He's cheating. Pigcake liked the Richard Sanders SpongeBob video the other day. Well, I put a comment that I thought was hysterical on a Richard Sanders video today, and then he deleted the video. So I'm thinking that there's something weird happening there. But he did flash a little bit, so that might have been it. What would your strategy be to fool Penn and Teller, assuming the prize was guaranteed virginity protection for this life and the next? I'd probably I'd cover my eyes and I'd scroll through Penguin Magic and I'd just put my finger randomly on a new product and then I'd do that trick for them. That's probably what I would do. And then I would love to explain that process to the producers, and have that be on the video. Like, hey man, what you do for this? Like, how'd you, come up with the trick you did? Oh, I just, got hammered one day and then I scrolled through Penguin Magic and then I just put my finger down on a random trick that just came out and then that's what I did for them and it fooled them. And my little brother's autistic. Like you would have to add something at the end to make it like a sob story. Like America's Got Talent. It's always like, oh, dude, I was an army veteran for 20 years, and then now I'm trying to do tricks because that's the only thing that makes me happy. It's always a story like that. And then you find out that they were dishonorably discharged, and they were dishonorably discharged from doing janitorial services in the army. So it's like, oh, so you lied in the story in that package that we played. It's like, yeah, that's everybody does that. So I have to lie, I have to lie. Way to ruin pro wrestling. I'm sorry. I thought that Secrets of Pro Wrestling finally revealed did that. What's this one? Xavier Spade says thoughts on Pigcake. Funny X, I was watching that video that you did in Magi Fest not so long ago with the shocking, and I could not get Butter Lover out of my mind. You said, oh, otherwise known as Butter Lover. That's low key the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. If your nickname is Butter Lover, holy shit, that is fucking tremendous. Butter Lover. What does that even mean? Does that mean that I love butter? That I fuck butter? Does that mean that I use butter when it comes to sexual relations? That's another thing I was gonna buy. Before I lost my wallet. I was gonna get a nice tub of cocoa butter because I've heard that from Action Bronson that cocoa butter is tremendous for your skin. So I was gonna do that. Which magician is most likely to have stolen your wallet? I'm trying to think of what theft magicians exist. I imagine there aren't a lot of Arabic pickpocket magicians, right? I can't imagine there are or black pickpocket magicians. I don't think there's any of those two groups of that's a very that's a very unpolitical thought to say here in 2020. But I haven't seen a lot of pickpocket magicians named, Trayvon, right? That'd be weird. Then again, I haven't seen a lot of them named Ahmed. So it's like, okay. Because either or, imagine you're doing a pickpocket routine and you get caught. It's like, yo, bitch, the fuck? Why you stealing my shit? You know? What the fuck? So that actually sounds like a skit. Then they find out you were rejected by the army because of the height. Because of the height. Thank you for that, man. I was missing the height joke. See, that would have been a word of the day. Had I had production value, you would have had the word height joke here, and that would have been the, I guess, concept of the day. What's this? You should think of buying a haircut. I'm letting it grow out, man. I have days where I think, you know what, I'm gonna let it grow, and then I have some days that I'm like, I'm just gonna get a fade, dude. I'm just gonna get a fade. But I've decided I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm definitely going to just is this let me see this. Is this what I think is this? No, it's not. Okay. Justin Miller texted everybody to call you Butter Lover as a funny prank. Well, I feel like if I did a little bit of pot shot at Justin Miller in the last video, saying 1.4 million dollars in terms of lost or whatever. I did do a little bit of a pot shot on that, which I'm surprised him and his infinite craziness. He didn't actually, or it didn't get back to him and somehow. I'm trying to find this, but unfortunately, I'm mistaken here. Get a haircut. I'm contemplating it, man. I really have, but I thought, you know what? This is the only time period where I'm allowed to look like an absolute slob, and I could just blame it on COVID and keep it that way. So that's my excuse for not getting one. Oh fuck! How come I can't do this? Rock a rat tail? No, I'm not. I have to be a redneck for that. I feel like I have to be a redneck in order to rock the rat's tail. I knew a couple people that used to have that back in the day, but that's like an elementary school thing. And then if you have it past that, you definitely find your sister very attractive. So that's something that I wouldn't do. Unfortunately, the man bun right now is kind of hard to do because the back hair. This is a mess. I see. They also sell wipes for your lens. You could clean it because it's foggy or dirty. But that's a funny meme, right? That's a funny meme, having a dirty camera because I'm a dirty person. I think that that's a little bit of a running meme that I'm doing just for myself. What's this one? Talking about some of my debauchery. I think we're talking about some of my debauchery. Yeah, I'm glad that's what you call it, X. You call it debauchery. I call it absolute fucking sickness. You sicko. I've been watching Curb Your Enthusiasm a lot, and my favorite character is I say my favorite character and I can't even fucking remember her name. Susie is my favorite character. Shut up, you would have done it too. And then Susie's always constantly calling Larry David, "You fucking sick fuck! You four-eyed fuck!" So that's what I feel like calling you, Xavier, just based on that revelation in Magi Fest, which wrecked me. Especially, I'm not even gonna say MILF. All right, I'm not even gonna say MILF. I'm gonna say more like um, mother that would love to fuck you. That's more of the correct acronym, but I'm not gonna say much more about that. That was the way, you couldn't have written it better. You couldn't have written it better. Just the whole wait a sec, and then like imagine the whole scene from what's that the Dolly Zoom. That's how I felt. Too much. That's a cougar. In some parts of the world, she would have been considered a cougar. In some parts of the world. Let's go here. Go bald, Joe Rogan style. I'm gonna hold off on the baldness. I know it's gonna happen eventually, where I'm just gonna shave my whole head, but I'm gonna keep it. Bro, it's a magic convention. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so if we were to give, we're talking about this individual, all right, this woman, right? If we were to give her a rating in the magic convention, what rating would you have given her? All right, what rating would you have given her? Because the same thing, in the bar that I go to all the time, the bar rating is she might be an 8 within the bar, but that means that outside she's a 4, right? So in a magic convention, I want to know. It's like getting old bread and they're all stale and bad, but you pick the best of the pile, microwave it, and put butter on it. That's okay. That's a way to dodge it. Uh, how do you think Piggy's supposed to apply for Delavie without long ass hair? That's another. Yeah, that's they all have long hair just to cover them talking to each other, which is quite substantial. They all look the same technically. All the starting wrestlers, they all have long hair, and then eventually they realize, I'm just gonna shave my head like Stone Cold. Look at The Rock. The Rock had gross hair. And then he had this little buzz cut, and then he shaved it, and then that's when The Rock actually came out. So that's as much wrestling as I want to talk about because unfortunately, every time I mention wrestling, I feel like my chances of pussy are but look at Triple H now. Look at Triple H now. He's bald. And look at Jericho back in the day. He cut his hair. He had a fucking small haircut. Only difference is hair. All right, that's a lot, man. Thank you, Top Notch, for that reality check. Have you ever thought of shaving? What is this? Is this a roast? Is this a roast stream? Are we roasting each other? How do high school kids rate each other? I don't think high school kids have the right to rate each other. You're in high school. You take what you get, you know? There's no rating system in high school. There's no like, oh my God, she's an 8. It's like, dude, she's willing. She's willing, dude. Get it, you know? Um, but in bars, it's different. You could definitely rate in bars. So the bar rating scale, I think, is half. That's my conservative rating when it comes to that. So when it comes to bars, you go to a bar and at least the dingy bars that I like, you cut it in half. So she's an 8 in the bar, she's a 10 in the bar. This bitch is she's a 5 in real life. If you see her in Publix and she's shopping for avocados, she's a 5. If she's a 10 at the bar. Is this Miami high ratings? Get what you can get. I no, it's an H thing, man. Pigcake. Stop rating high school girls music. Yeah, yeah, we'll stay that. We'll keep it that way. Well, here's what I hate, man. I found myself, I checked out a dude the other day by accident. And I think it was like a high school kid, which is the gayest shit I've ever done. But it was from afar, and then the closer we got, because I'm half blind, I saw long hair and I saw thin waist. So I'm like, damn. And then I get closer, and it's like a 18-year-old fucking douchebag with long hair. I'm like, oh shit, oh ew, like I felt gross. I need therapy. Like, oh man, fat chicks have tighter pussy because a fat puts pressure on it. That's the funniest thing I've heard all day. That's actually funnier than Butter Lover. What I like is, by the way, that there's no. It just sounds like it's something that somebody would say at a bar. Fat chicks have tighter pussy because the fat puts pressure on it. Science. That's really funny. I'm gonna remind that this month Daniel Madison and Chris Ramsey got a new studio. Meanwhile, Piggy got a new apartment. Yeah, mind you, Piggy moved out of his closet that he was renting out previously, and have now moved into a bigger closet. So it's technically not a closet. It's a nice place, but it's definitely not a Ramsey apartment. Let's see. I read that in a magazine. You can't get pregnant if she sneezes. That's the most ghetto, like hood logic. No, no, if she's on top, she can't get pregnant because it can't stay in her. That's how you end up on Maury. That's how you actually end up on Maury saying, "No, man, I no, that's not my baby. Maury, his dick too small. Murray, his dick too small." And then you are the father. You know, that's how it ends up. Let's see. Okay, that one's already read. Now he's rating them after the face reveal. Piggy, just do what a luchador. What the fuck, bro? Just do what luchador do. We wear a pig mask and go on life like it's normal. That'd be dope. That'd be dope if I could do that. But unfortunately, here maybe in Mexico, if you're jacked and you look kind of old, like an old, you could get away with that. Here you can't. The cops don't give a fuck here. For the record, this is Ramsey's second studio. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, just making sure. Second studio. Because the first studio is like, yeah, I like this one, but I want to just get another one. I just want to get a bigger studio. Why? You already have this one. Yeah, but I could have another one. You know, like this is this one. But then, would you hide your face again at 55K? Wouldn't that be funny? If this entire time, this is technically not the same person I did the first 2 years, and then really that's my maybe my twin. Uh, do you have a favorite gimmick wallet? Yeah, yeah, I do. It's the Mullica. It's the Mullica. That's the worst part. It's the Mullica wallet, which I wouldn't have lost. I lost my fucking piggy wallet, which is gonna be impossible to find again. But yeah, that one. I like the Mullica wallet. I like that one a lot. It's a pocket size hip Mullica wallet. I bought it when I went to New York, their magic shop. That's where I bought it. So it's a hip pocket Mullica. JT. I mean, the reason he left is because he was renting one spot and they were always loud and noisy, and it was hard for him to film. So he bought a building. That's a flex. Is that a flex? I feel like that's definitely a flex. Um that's like if they knock on your door and they're like, "Listen, man, you're making a lot of noise," and you go, "Am I making a lot of noise?" Right? You're making a lot of noise. This is my building now, bitch. I just bought the building. Okay? That didn't make sense. I don't know what I was doing, counting cash. Um, let's see, what's this? Donation wallet coming to your pocket. You can't find this wallet. Listen, this one I've looked. All right, I can't find. You can't find this wallet. This is a Chinese shit wallet that I should have bought way more of. Vedant Vidvek says, "Oh man, I've been subscribed for so long out of Magic and now I'm back in it. I didn't realize you had a face reveal. That was my favorite part about Magic Fest, by the way. Going to that convention and then going, dude, are you Pigcake? When did you show your face, man? I didn't notice you showed your face. I'm like, have you been watching my videos, you fuck? You say you're a fan, you fuck, but you haven't watched my videos? You better hope that you told your mom I love you recently. As fuck. I can't say that. I can't say that. What? I hate these. What happened to the comments here? I lost connection. That's really autistic. Okay. Well, I know what the well, yeah, I've seen it, but I've actually seen it. I kept well, funny enough, I kept the card. This is how retarded I am. I keep the dumbest shit, but then I lose the things that matter. So I kept the card. I looked online and it wasn't for sale. So I wonder how many subscribers just forgot to unsub. Yeah. Yeah, that's I'm sure that's a thing. And also I feel like a lot of subscribers I got were from novelty. They were from the novelty of my ads. Uh that's funny. I just saw that comment level. But I most of the comments, most of the subs initially were from novelty from the ads that I was making. I might just do that again for fun, just to get to 100K artificially by putting ads out and saying, "Hey, do you have a small but thick dick? We should check out my channel. You do card tricks." So that's what I want to do now, but it costs money. Is Magic Orthodoxy still your unofficial dad? I have to buy a Magic Orthodoxy shirt. He bought a ham radio shirt. So now, by the process of not being an asshole, I have to buy a Magic Orthodoxy shirt. I might just buy a Magic Orthodoxy fanny pack. I might just do that because I don't wear like, I don't like wearing graphic tees. Like the ham radio one, that's okay because it's small logo. The Pig Lives Matter, it's funny because it's making fun of that shirt. So, that's the fringe of my graphic tee wear. So I might just buy his fanny pack that he has on his website. I see your new place. You have a Canon string for internet. Well, no, I have the unfortunately the internet is all the way over there, so I have to buy an extender and put that on the other side, closer to the router, which I don't have access to. So I'm relegated to that. That's what I'm relegated to. So unfortunately, I don't have a wired connection. But I need to see if I could stream. I need to check if I could actually stream from this laptop without dying it. So we'll see. Scuffed internet. Scuffed. That's an interesting word. Scuffed. Caesars usually recently used the word scuffed. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that says anything. Hey pig. The Mamacita's deck review will boost you 60K at least. Yeah, that was a fun one. Or the Dick deck. Let me see if I could find it here. Pornhub. Pigcake 68. I love hearing motorcycles when yours is still in the shop. That's what I love hearing. Nothing but motorcycles. Chatterbaits. Why is my video under chatterbait? There's like a chatterbait thing here that I'm tagged under. That's kind of odd. The running joke in the stud deck was that I am gay. That's the joke, you know? Like I'm
So today we're
increasingly excited based on the dick size, and I'm disappointed when they're small. That was the what I had written down. I'm like, act disappointed when they're small dicks. That's my comedic genius.
right, construction worker. You see the good definition on the abs there. Fantastic. He's wearing socks, and he's wearing what seems to be a jean belt, but his dick's hanging out. But his dick's hanging out. Really nice, strong dick, I would say. Not as big as the other ones, I wouldn't say. Certainly not as big as the Ace of Spades, but pretty big, I would say. Pretty big. So good job on the Jack of Spades. Here we have, seems to be the same character.
I like that. I like the underlying story that I made for myself there. All right. Let's see. Does he sell wallets too? No, I didn't sell wallets. Just create drama with people like it's free ads. You pay with your reputation. Yeah, I should do that. I should just get into beef with actually go to Canada and fight Sankey. I should do that. Do Jabrizi was here in Miami, funny enough. Jabrizi put a video on Instagram where he was in Miami, and I sent him I put comments. I put a lot of comments, and he didn't respond, which is quite upsetting. Which is quite upsetting. Because that would be great if I should have pretended like I'm a huge fan, and then he could have done like a potential video like, oh, meeting up with my fans, you know, you're like, hey, having lunch with my fans, and then at some point I would have, you know, done the iDubbbz. If you're familiar with Tana Mongoose, I would have done that with Jabrizi. I would have done that with Jabrizi. Judging by that last soundbite, you could still do that magic trick where the ace of spades won't turn over because the ink is heavier. Yeah, that was a really big dick on the ace of spades. So I'm glad they did that. He messages more on Facebook. Does he? Damn. Okay, I guess that actually doesn't make sense because he has a lot more people following him on Facebook. But whatever, I'm not about to put more effort than I did to get Jabrizi's attention. Could you imagine? Oh, pay attention to me, Jabrizi. That dude's wholesome. Are you talking about David? Yeah, David's great, but he has a very I want to say wicked sense of humor. He has like a very robust sense of humor, you know. But he's a great guy, man. David's really a great dude. So I definitely, you know, I support him in any way. And it's just funny. I remember hearing about a dude that would do reviews and he would like bust out calipers. I'm like, who the fuck unironically bust out calipers? He does. So it's quite funny. A few people know this, but this video was scripted and he had to rehearse it at least twice. Thank you. That seems like something that only a butcher would know, maybe, right? Maybe something that a butcher would know. It's quite odd of you, Brian. Quite odd of you, if I would say. See this one. I miss pig alerts. Those are fun. Also challenging to do without my face. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Honestly, I'm stupid. I'm a fucking retard. I'm a little bit retarded, Joe Rogan. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, dude, I'm not gonna do my face. I'm not gonna show my face. You know, my face is whatever. It's a drive tomorrow. Where are you driving to, X? But that's the dumb thing. I have this dumb. Oh, I'm not gonna show my face. Everyone shows their face. I'm gonna be the one guy that doesn't. It's like a mystery. Am I there? Am I not there? But it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. I gotta go to Albany. Ugh, that doesn't sound like fun. Albany. Is that the cap? That's the capital, right? I think so. Friend and filming the instructional. A friend made a new medical procedure, and I'm filming the instructional. Look at you, man. That's hot. Finally putting your I was gonna say your massive your I'm sure you have one of those Ronins in a closet, right? I'm sure you have one of those that you probably never use. I feel like you have a metric ton of stuff. Nah, man, fuck that. All on stands. Jesus fuck. Pig alerts were a short ham radio without yelling at Daniel. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Yeah, it was just a short form ham radio. And I was listening a lot to the old ones that I put on Pigcake Plus, and I found them really funny because I actually remember the stories that they're a part of. So there's one time where a woman cut me off, and I made a video about that. And I'm like, oh, I remember that. So I like to look back at my Pigcake Plus and read that from time to time. I'm gonna be in the operating room, so I can't have much. Oh shit, that's gonna be shit then, man. You're gonna do like against Seinfeld, where they lose a junior mint inside of someone who's getting surgery done. What story? Do you actually have a dad? What's your upbringing? No, I don't have a father. My father is a junior. It's a junior mint. It's very refreshing. My father is I mean, I've said this I think before. My father's they separated very early on, and I got the upbringing from a Cuban woman and her grandmother, and that's who brought me up. All right, bro. Talk soon. Get a wallet with a chain like a champ. Yeah, dude. I do the magic ballet. I'm gonna rock the magic ballet. That's what I want, dog. So I'm gonna rock that look from now on. That's that's my next look. So yeah, I guess that's my upbringing. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know much. It was a pretty relatively normal upbringing. Every basic Latin household, right? You got the belts. You got you got a lot of food, and if you didn't eat as much as the rest of the family, you're anorexic. So that's quite substantial. Who made me a man? My grandmother made me a fucking man. My grandmother was here. The worst part about having like a short, feeble woman as your patriarch is that they're once they're bigger than you, they beat the shit out of you. They tell you, oh, you better eat all that shit. Now I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. If you fucking throw that food up, I'm gonna have you eat the vomit. Yo, give me that belt so I can beat the shit out of you with it. Right? That's for like a certain time period of your life. Then you get bigger than her, right? And then it starts to become, you're really gonna do this to the person that raised you. So it stops becoming physical and then starts becoming what do you call this? It starts becoming mental. So they turn from I'm gonna beat the shit out of you to you're gonna scream at me. You're gonna talk back to me, the person that raised you. Wow, I'm just an old woman. All right, you're a young chap. You're gonna so it turns psychological, which is hysterical. But then once you realize that they have no power anymore. So once they've lost their physicality and you realize you're just tricking me, they've lost all their power. So that's how I was upraised. I've just found out I was Egyptian and I got a strong Egyptian vibes on you. Yeah. So I don't have a dad either, and I credit that to being the main reason I'm a pussy little artsy boy. Damn, well, I'm sorry about that, man. I'm sorry about that. I guess there's some sort of inherent reason as to why I took up magic, and maybe that's because I like the patriarch figure. But I think I came out A, right? That I know of. I did check out a dude, and I am growing my hair out, so that might be a little bit effeminate. Um, well, I could technically say that I'm African American. I could technically say that I'm African American. So anytime that anybody's like, "Yo, dude, what you saying, man?" I'm like, "Yo, listen, all right, don't you are you racist, dog? Huh? You racist? What do you? You got something against African Americans, huh, buddy? What do you? Huh? That's right, I turn around. All right, I could do that. I could do that. Because I'm very unprivileged based on my heritage. I'm Mexican in the second stage. Why do you make it sound like cancer? Why do you make it sound like cancer being Mexican? Oh, I have second stage Mexican. The fuck? What's that mean? Does it mean that you have to talk about Mexicans and then suddenly the chat turns off? What is that? What is that? There's a fucking conspiracy, dude. There's a fucking conspiracy. I start talking about Mexicans and then look what happens. Look what happens here, dude. The fucking chat dies off, all right? I feel like there's some sort of connection here. There's some sort of weird YouTube hive mind algorithm that's intent is to fuck me up as a channel. What's the significance of Pigcake as a name? I've said this story many times before, all right? I've said this many, many times as to why Pigcake, and I kept it a secret, and then I said it again. But I understand there's new people. All right, I say it. I had an ex-girlfriend that had a dream. She had an argument with me, and my point of contention is that she had a dream that I went to a party and I didn't tell her. Right? That's number one. So then my excuse in the dream was, dude, no, I had to go because they had a pig cake. And then she told me this, and I had to. I wrote it down. like a year before I thought of starting the channel, and then that's what gave it the name. Uh, and it's funny because we got into an argument in the fictional dream, so that was quite funny. They're definitely trying to censor you. So is your place haunted? I haven't experienced any paranormal activity yet, but I've been watching a lot of like horror shit, so it's been kind of fucking me up. So I always think, like, what if, what if there is just like a latent, like, I watched a movie recently called Host, which is a horror movie that takes place entirely over Zoom, and I just found it really funny because it's like shit goes down, so they let a demon in, and the demon ends up fucking everything up. So I found that to be quite significant. Uh, so maybe the demon could be waiting until I'm comfortable and then it jumps me, or maybe the demon just had my wallet be stolen. Maybe it made my memory so retarded that now I lost my fucking wallet, which is quite substantial. Hmm. Let's see. You already have a wavy mirror. That's the same mirror I've always had. I've always had that wavy mirror right there. That's the same mirror that you see every girl on Tinder have, by the way. That mirror right there is the same mirror you see all the hoes use on Tinder. And then you go, oh, wait a second. All right. I have that mirror. I bought it at IKEA. You bought it from IKEA too, you cheap slut. So that's every thought, every thoughty. So that's how you could tell that there are two things: cigarettes in her car and wavy mirror. That's the sign of a hoe, right? If she has cigarettes in her cup holder, you know that she has daddy issues, and therefore is a. Does that mean I'm a thought? I haven't taken thoughty pictures with it. I mean, the only relatively thought I have of that funny. Is there's that one where I'm like, it's like fuck with me. I took a shirtless picture on Instagram, and I'm like, fuck with me, pussy, magic pussy. So that's something I need to do. Unfortunately, I need to get like a thing for here. I have like a wall here that I need to put like a thing on, and I need to put a thing on that wall right above the couch because it's just a blank wall and a little aesthetic. Apart from just having the relatively Cuban decor that I have here in terms of caulking everywhere. So if there's a nook or cranny, there's caulking on it. So I need to put some to cover that and actually make the place look somewhat decent. I do have the thought lights there, right? That's another sign. I might be a thought. I might be a thoughty. I'm a newer fan, but what made you made your first YouTube video back in 2016? That's actually quite interesting. I remember it was a shitty day, man. I remember I had an acid migraine, and I took one of those migraine pills with caffeine, so I couldn't sleep. And I wrote the first episode that day. So I wrote the first episode that I shot on the channel, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna pretend to, teach you how to be able to grow your own playing cards. And I thought of the little jingle that I put in the beginning, and I thought, oh, it was great. So then I bought a phone specifically to use as a camera. Like a fucking retard. I could have bought a camera for the same price that I bought the phone. But I said in my head, oh, I'm just gonna buy the phone, I'll use the camera, and then I could just use the phone if anything. I should have bought a dedicated camera. I bought a Galaxy S7. I bought a little bit of a lens for it, and I shot that video. And I remember it took me like 2 weeks to edit it, even though it was the worst video. And now looking back on it, it's terrible. But it was a funny one. It was definitely a funny one. And then I had 10 or so little ones, 10 or so little ones that were quite fun. And then I recently put in the last episode. So I had a little series. The first 10 episodes were the how to do magic series. And I never uploaded the 10th episode uh, until a couple months ago. So if you look up episode 10, how to do magic, I put it up. I forgot why I put it up. I guess I found it, and that was one of my favorite ones to do because I try to do a tutorial, but I'm being haunted. So that was a quite funny one. Let me see if I can find it here. Episode 10, how to do magic pig cake. Let me see if that's the one here. How to catch ghosts. Yeah, I put that one not so long ago, and let me tell you, that was a fun one right here. So that was a quite tremendous one, and one that even though I hated some of those. I don't know why the fuck. Episode I think 3 was cancer. Episode 4 was all right. but a lot of them were pre-AIDS. This one was one that I was kind of happy with. But I remember I shot that back in my old apartment, so that's kind of a throwback. Definitely a little bit of a throwback. Was this pubic? Not pubic. Pubic, not public. Too much public hairs in a modem. I'd say public. Too much public. You could definitely say public hairs because they're definitely hairs that have been around in the public. I knew a guy who went on a date with some lady and had to buy dinner for his lady's kids. It was Red Lobster. What the fuck does that even mean? That's fucking wild, man. See, missed out on the African American scholarships. I'm Hispanic and Floridian. I'm sorry. See this kind of go. Hey, I love when X casually swings by. Yeah, he's a character. X is definitely a character. Does he sell wallets? I forgot how many subscribers. That's fucking dumb. I forgot. I'm going back through here the comments. I should end this in a bit. I realized that I should end this 60 minutes. Yeah, I did an hour here. Just doing a stupid live. I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna see if I can find my wallet. If I can't find my wallet, the day of retribution is coming. But apart from that, thank you guys for watching, man. Thank you guys for sticking around. I'm gonna go and contemplate using a temporary card to purchase a firearm. I'm gonna do that.